Years ago, I thought the fastest way to get lean was just to eat less. Everyone on social media says cut calories, cut carbs, eat clean, and do a bunch of cardio. And when I first started getting into fitness 20 years ago, that's exactly what I did. I avoided chocolate, I ate chicken, broccoli, and rice every day. Eventually, I stopped eating the rice, and I ran for hours every week. And sure, I would lose weight. But every time I did, I became what I call SNS, which stands for skinnier and smaller. Worst of all, I always felt tired. And for years, I was stuck in this endless cycle of trying to be good. And eventually, I would give in to the hunger. I would go to McDonald's, order everything I could, only to feel guilty about it the next day. And I would do a bunch of cardio and eat way less to try to make up for that. Eventually, I did learn how to get lean the right way. Since then, I became a coach, a gym owner, and I've helped hundreds of people lose fat without any of the unnecessary suffering that I had to go through myself. And in the next few minutes, I'm gonna show you the simple steps on how to get lean, what to do when fat loss stalls, and how to avoid just becoming smaller and skinnier. First, you have to understand, we live normal lives. We can't walk around like zombies at work, school, or when we spend time with our family, all because we're trying to eat as little calories as possible. Because being fit isn't just about being lean. It's about having energy, feeling healthy, and actually enjoying your life. So lesson number one, you have to eat just enough to feel good, but still be in a calorie deficit. Getting lean is not about starving yourself. And that's one of the biggest mistakes I see people make is they do starve themselves. And worst of all, their workouts start to suffer. And that's one of the biggest mistakes that people make is they create such a large deficit that their strength goes down, their workouts suffer, their recovery sucks, and they feel tired all the time. And that's the exact life that I lived for years before I learned to do this the right way. The goal here isn't to see how little food you can survive on. The goal is to create an environment where your body can continue performing well while gradually losing the fat. Lesson number two, adding in cardio and doing the right kind of cardio. We are going to use cardio as a tool to eat more food while still be in a calorie deficit. I always rather move more and eat about the same amount of food to lose weight than not move at all and eat way less to lose weight. And this works for me because I love to eat. And if that's not you and you don't like eating, then you can skip this part of the video and just eat less. Now, I mentioned doing the right kind of cardio. You see, most people, they go for the hardest cardio that they can find. They're trying to burn as many calories as possible while still being in a big deficit. And all this does is it puts your body under greater stress. And now you're using the little precious fuel that you already have into your cardio session instead of towards the actual sessions that matter, which is your workout sessions. And that's why I recommend any kind of low steady state cardio. And this is the part that most people get surprised when I tell them all I do for cardio is walk. I aim for a minimum of 10,000 steps a day. And if walking isn't for you, you can do some low intensity cycling. You could do a slight incline on the treadmill, or you can go on the Stairmaster on a low setting. Just keep in mind here, the goal with cardio isn't to stress your body further. Your body is already stressed from work, from life, and from the workouts that you're doing. So your cardio is to support your muscle building goals, not interfere with them. Now, before I tell you what to do when fat loss stalls, there's one more mistake that we need to talk about. And that is most people are trying to use all of their secret weapons when they're trying to lose weight. They go into extreme calorie deficits of over 1,000 calories a day. And on top of that, they're doing a rigorous amount of cardio. And they do this because in the beginning, they see that scale drop rather quickly. And that's pretty motivating and it's gonna work for some while. But eventually the progress is gonna slow down. You're gonna be hungry and you're gonna feel tired all of the time. And to see more progress, you have to go even more extreme. And that is just not sustainable, unless you're David Goggins.
Back, motherfucker!
So here's what we will do. We're gonna be in the smallest calorie deficit that still produces results. You're gonna find your maintenance calories and you're gonna subtract about 250 to 500 calories away from that. And on top of that, we're gonna add in the 10,000 steps or 30 minutes of your own choice of steady state cardio. And once you do that, results will happen. The goal is not to lose weight as fast as possible. The goal is to lose fat while keeping your muscle. That's how you avoid just getting skinnier and smaller. Now, let's talk about what to do when progress slows down or completely stalls. Because this is where people usually panic and they start slashing even more food. Don't do that. The first thing that I would do is I would increase cardio just slightly. You're gonna add 15 to 30 minutes more on top of what you're already doing. And then give it a week. Then look at your weekly average body weight. And if you never used a weekly average before, it's very simple. You're gonna wake up in the morning, you're gonna weigh yourself, you're gonna add all 7 weigh-ins in the week, divide that by 7, and there's your average weekly weigh-in. And this is the best way to track your progress because the body, it's gonna fluctuate in water from sodium, from stress, and hundreds of different things. The weekly average tells you exactly what's going on. And as long as that weekly average is going down, don't change a single thing. But if you are stalled, then you add in the 15 to 30 minutes of cardio. And you're gonna keep repeating this process until the cardio finally becomes unrealistic. And only then should you start reducing your calories. I recommend around 250 calories to start. And throughout this entire process, you wanna make sure that you keep your protein intake high. A good rule of thumb is about 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight. So at the end of the day, getting lean isn't about suffering more than everyone else. It's about creating a system that you can actually stick to. You have to eat enough to perform well and feel good. Use cardio as a tool to support the deficit. Remember to keep the deficit small. And when progress stalls, make the small adjustments instead of doing something extreme. And when you do that consistently, you'll not only be able to get leaner, you'll actually be able to stay lean. And here's the last piece of advice that I can give you to help you out. If you find that your weight is stalled, it might be due to the fact that you're not counting calories the right way. Most people are not. So I'm gonna leave you my next video right here, which is the biggest mistakes that people make when they're counting their calories. That way you can know whether or not you have to add in the cardio or actually slash your calories. So till next time, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.